prepare for, but never really be ready for. Olivia Rinaldi, thank you for that report from the ground. Margaret, this is at a time, as you were saying, where the threat has never been higher.
Exactly, and on many fronts, foreign and domestic. But I wanted to underscore and come back to when I said this wasn't unexpected, I meant because of that threat environment. But I wanted to go to the specific language that was in a report our Pat Milton put out earlier today. She obtained the joint threat assessment that was in preparation for the RNC that's just about to get underway in Milwaukee, that large Republican gathering. And at that time, law enforcement said no credible threats were identified at the time in the assessment, but there was a warning that the RNC
first one
could be an
in
attractive target due to the symbolic nature of the political convention. So they were putting out a general warning to be on alert in Milwaukee, where a lot of those Secret Service
so this was already being foretold that there would be
the Secret Service that was with the
someone would do this, would try to do this. Oh wow, he was hit.
Ushering him off stage. In that photo, you can see him with his arms around those officers, encircling him. They are with him at all times, his detail. But I'm just underscoring here that the FBI, Secret Service, DHS, the Milwaukee Police Department, Southeastern Wisconsin Threat Analysis Center, all of them right now out in Wisconsin are on high alert because of this political violence, domestic violent extremism, which means some radicalized here at home, and the terror threat. So this is an environment where we are all on alert.
I don't know. I don't know if this is going to scare Trump or what.
They'll want to understand his motivations, any connections he might have, whether he was a lone wolf. Any other details as our Sam.
Do they know who did it? Yep, Joshua. Wow.
Context too, but I just want to make sure we put into context.
Put it
There
away.
was a warning that went out as early as this morning about the potential for violence
You can go in the living
at the
room.
Republican convention. As we can expect, there will be similar.
No, let them play the game so tomorrow you can have it by yourself.
A warning, and here we are. Political violence.
This is crazy.
At a political rally,
assassinating people. When was the last assassination, guys, of our president or former president? Who was the last person that got assassinated?
Scott, if you can hear me, go ahead.
If I'm not mistaken, if it was Ted Kennedy or President Kennedy was the last president who got assassinated.
But I'll bring it back to our discussion here and summarize what we know so far for anyone joining us now.
Give a shout out to CBN News,
at a rally in Butler County, Pennsylvania.
CBS News.
Trump was addressing a crowd of thousands, something that he does day in and day out. These events have happened so much. The security protocols are typically so tight. Metal detectors, wands, bomb-sniffing dogs, Secret Service.
So how the hell did somebody get in here with a metal object? If they got metal detectors, how did they want to get in here with a metal object?
His fist goes up. He puts his hand to his head, and you can see in the close-up photos of the president, blood on his face. We have been told by the Trump campaign, as well as the Secret Service, that the president is safe. We're told that he was examined or is being examined by medical personnel. We don't know where he is at the moment. Our Scott McFarland, who was on the ground, reported that he saw a helicopter arriving on scene.
And this is crazy. Why do you think that for you to win? Wow, they rather Joe Biden win than this guy, than the right person to sit on the seat. So y'all would off somebody just to get what you want. That's crazy.
The press was under the risers, most of them around that area, very close to the stage. They witnessed the Secret Service swarm to the left of Trump following the incident, climbed on top of the former president. Then they saw helicopters come by a few minutes later. They did
look at that. Wow. The question is, did it go towards him? Was there? How do they know if it was what it was? Hey, OG, what's up? How do they know it was an assassinating tip, or it could have been a firecracker, or was it aiming for him? Or y'all just jumped because y'all heard a popping noise? Hey, OG, what's up?
He says he saw a man who he believes was shot in the head.
And Bob, we have.
Oh my gosh. Someone passed away. Oh my gosh.
Somebody over there was screaming, he's been shot, he's been shot. So I made my way over. I said,
You chilling?
I'm a physician. Let me help you. The guy had spun around, was jammed between the benches. He had a headshot here. There's lots of blood, and he had brain matter there. And so I got him.
I'm waiting for tomorrow.
There's a helicopter coming in to get him.
Oh, this is crazy. We haven't had an assassin in the late 1980s.
And there we have.
So this presidential situation is serious. Like, they really don't want this man to be in a seat.
A victim who had a gunshot wound to the head. We are also getting news from the Associated Press reporting that the shooter is dead. And
oh, they got him.
From our affiliate,
KDKA.
our affiliate KDKA, that the Butler County District Attorney told our.
It says service gunman neutralized by Secret Service.
So the suspect we referenced as already being neutralized, add to that an audience member. One bystander at that rally
And
has lost his life.
And former President Trump injured, still trying to figure out the exact number of those who were potentially injured beyond Trump.
That's right. That's right. We have people on the ground. As you can imagine, we're all trying to get in contact with our reporters, either because there's so many phone calls being placed or because of security protocols.
They tried to assassinate Donald Trump.
You see us texting because
somebody said that. I was in a chat and somebody said that somebody gonna try to do that. Somebody tried to assassinate Donald Trump.
As you were just talking about,
and they missed, hit a pedestrian. The pedestrian passed away.
Rooftop. I would assume that is at a distance from the rally. That was not someone who was in the confines of the area.
Did you put deodorant on, boy?
Was taking place. We don't know that.
Why you keep forgetting? Why you forget to put deodorant on? Always remember, you in the bathroom with the deodorant.
Imagine that's why our producers in the control room put up that video for everyone to see.
And like you said,
so the man who decided that they wanted to try to assassinate Donald Trump, they got him. He's done. He's no longer here. I want to know who it is.
A former DHS official, a contributor to CBS News. Sam, where do you think this investigation is right now? What are officials on the ground doing?
I just believe he probably hit his ear somewhere. That's why his ear is like that.
So, just to reiterate, we have Butler County District Attorney telling KDKA political reporter John Delano two people who were at this rally are dead. That includes the shooter, according to the Butler County DA, and an audience member, former President Trump, appears to have been grazed in some way by a firearm discharge.
Oh, that means that was close.
No, but our reporters, Jake Rosen and Olivia Rinaldi.
So if he got, let's see. That had to have been behind him. Oh, that had to have been behind him.
People with apparent injuries, blood on their shirts.
That had to be in the audience behind him. Because he got hit he got hit on his. He got hit on his right ear. So that was, look at that.
I should say, I believe we showed that rooftop because of the reporting we had that this was from a distance and an elevated shot.
That it may have been, yeah.
Right, OG, this is crazy.
It is not difficult to get a weapon that you can get through a metal detector. Not all weapons, as we talk about those 3D printed guns.
That's what I was saying. Like, how do they get a metal object in here?
And so we should give that caveat.
What are they looking at over there?
I'd love to get more detail or context to that.
And no security is 100% tight. We go to these events. Supporters go to support.
So that means, thank you for my thumbs up, guys. So that means the person that got at him was in his audience, behind him, in the audience behind him.
Because
they say he got ricocheted. They said he got ricocheted with a bullet. When he got ricocheted on his ear, that's why he bleeding.
Who has looked at history in the past 40 years of 1981 when President Ronald Reagan was shot at the Hilton Hotel just outside by John Hinckley, trying to assassinate President Reagan. Reagan ducked down into his motorcade, went ultimately to George Washington University Hospital, just a few blocks from CBS News here in Washington. And there was so
I want to give a shout out to CBS News. Thank you for the special report. I own those right to this. Educational purpose.
Just go back to the White House. Ultimately, they decided to bring Reagan to George Washington University Hospital. These decisions happen sometimes in a nanosecond that can have enormous consequences for global politics.
That's not deodorant, baby. The deodorant is in the bathroom.
Presidency. We do know the president,
for what?
President Biden's been briefed. Former President Trump, his campaign says he is safe, and KDKA has been told by the Butler County District Attorney that the alleged assailant, attempted assailant, the shooter, is now dead. The shooter is dead along with the participant in the rally.
And guess what? I got to give an update on y'all about the fight with Tyson and the YouTube star, I forgot his name. I'm going to give y'all an update. It's crazy about the update. I was trying to do it today, but my computer was acting weird. I wanted to do a makeup and an update on Tyson fight. So... Right, OG. This is the crazy world we live in. You wanna put that in the kitchen. You put that in the kitchen. It's dripping. That's why I say put in the kitchen. It's crazy because you did all that just to pass away.
Part of the response that we're also kind of pinned into a parking lot
right. Right, OG. Yep.
Law enforcement and Secret Service.
People are crazy. I want to know. I'm not being racist, but I want to know what race was that. Who decided that they was gonna think they was gonna assassinate this man? In today's world today, in today's world, as updated we are, you was gonna really assassinate somebody and you thought you was gonna get away with it?
Secret Service is here, so is local police, but a good chunk of this crowd.
They said we don't know. We had President Trump checked out at local medical facility. Thanks for telling us where he at.
And trying to watch what happens next, even from a distance. And everybody who we're talking to has a similar story to tell, that they may have missed.
Oh my gosh, I don't know who got to clean up that area, but look at all that trash on that ground. Them people nasty. Look how he dirtied the ground. They nasty. Look at that. Even if nothing happened, look at all that trash on that ground.
A teardrop style form of blood on the side of his face and a little more around his ear. And she heard him say, "Gotta get my shoes," to Secret Service, she says, before the former president was ushered off the stage. In Butler County, this is a
look at that. And you saw when he grabbed his ear. When it went off, he grabbed his ear.
Large size. There are rafters here. There's hundreds, if not thousands, of chairs. I'd estimate the crowd here as thousands today. Nearly all of them, though, are now gone.
And as you were speaking,
right. See, look at him grabbing his ear. Look.
Up close, and you can
see, he grabbed his ear. He grabbed his ear. So what that means is that person was in that crowd behind him.
Of bloodstream coming down his face, yet his fist was raised. He is defiant. He is defiant. There is that photo for you to see.
Look at that. Look at that fist.
Pouring in, speaking to just the heightened level of emotion right now. We're hearing from former Speaker Nancy Pelosi.
This is crazy.
Who, of course,
this is look at him raise his hand. So he felt that ricochet. He felt that. So that means a person who did that was in that crowd that he's standing by. Thank God he was not facing to the crowd, because that would have been his face. I want to know where is at. Like, everybody is looking. No one heard where it was coming from. No one's looking. It looked like the people on top is looking.
And now you see this. So you see a politically charged response from Chris.
Why is everybody, if it came from that direction, everybody look hella calm that's sitting on that bitch right there. They looking over there. See that? Look, see that?
family had.
So either they heard it or seen it.
In this context, and saying how glad she was that.
Look at that. You see that?
Is safe. You have the expectation that the White House will soon issue some kind of statement.
So they looking past where they not showing.
Have been briefed on what's been going on. They themselves, of course, have Secret Service detail, and you have to imagine.
Right, Christ was with him. Hey, hey, Lincoln, how are you? Thank you for coming in, sister. How are you? Look at this. They tried to assassinate Donald Trump. Do you see? This is how bad they did not want this man on here.
Whatever they means. There's no context to who they are who are trying to keep them off the ballot, but they tried to put him in jail, and now you see this.
Top campaign advisor.
Look at this. They all crouching down. I'd have been out of there.
Extreme weight. But if you just
now, if you look.
Separate topic, very much related. The language around.
Thank God he wasn't facing the crowd, because that would have been his face.
Me versus them. That all the legal cases.
How are you doing, Lincoln? How are you? I'm doing good, sister. Look at them looking over there. What is going on over there? Where they facing over there? Why they not crouching like everybody else? They decided to stand up and look what was going on over there, but everybody right here is crouching.
Everything that we have been reporting, that shots were fired at former President Donald Trump today during his rally in Butler, Pennsylvania.
It says PA State Police shot fires at Trump's during rally.
Both have said that the president is safe, but we also don't know what safe means. Safe could be a lot of things. We did see
AP in Butler County DA shooter is no longer here and rally attend killed that gone at Trump's PA campaign event. Look at that. This is crazy. We haven't. Yeah, that was close, right, Lincoln? Only if he. Look at this. Look at this.
Already, one person who went to this rally to support their guy is dead. That's the reporting that we're getting.
Wow, they say so. A pedestrian got hit. So they missed Trump and hit a pedestrian. And that, don't forget, hit them thumbs up, guys. Hit a pedestrian, and the pedestrian is no longer here.
They follow them across the country. His supporters are so passionate, and what can change in an instant?
It's so true, and the tension.
They are so afraid, right? OMG, so right, Lincoln, so right. Like, who's freaking assassinating people anymore nowadays? We haven't had assassin in the late or early 80s.
As you're alluding to there, these are passionate people.
Yup, an innocent person got hit and they no longer here. Somebody tried to save them, but they wound up like spinning when it hit them and fell in between the bleachers.
That there is some kind of alleged connection between what just happened to the candidate and
this is crazy. Who's assassinating anymore?
Trump campaign official. I want to.
It's not that serious.
From some of our reporters on the ground who were saying, Olivia Rinaldi saying.
I want to know who was the person that tried to assassinate him. I want to know. I want to know who tried to assassinate this human being. Forget who he is. He is a human being. Who tried to assassinate another human being? Who tried to take a life away? Hey, Austin.
On the scene is the Secret Service, which is conducting.
Right, it's crazy. Right, they bringing it back.
Contributor AP Smith, who was on the phone with us, a former Secret Service official. Can you hear me?
Yes, I have.
Respond to assisting the USA Secret Service. Eyez, they don't want him to be the president again. That's why. Yup. Is it that bad for Donald Trump to be the president? Somebody was saying that if he become the president, he gonna make a law with look how he felt that, and that would have been his face if he was facing the other direction. I'm trying to look over here. Why are they standing up and the rest of the whole crowd is laying down? Them couple of people up there is facing the other direction like they heard it or saw it.
Which you saw the tactical team come up on stage. They are there to cover.
Now, who's the guy? He said someone got hit. Why these two guys in the white shirt right here look like two same people, right? Why they like two same people?
Occurred in the way that it should have.
This crazy.
You know, your former colleagues, the Secret Service trains for this. I mean, I've done reporting at their training facility here outside of Washington, where there is there's a site that's a replica of a city where they train in cars to see if there's an attack on the president. What do you do? Where do you go?
I'm trying to look at the crowd here. Why are these people up here standing and the whole crowd is literally squatting down?
You see agents in plain
They probably was trying to get a look at the person who did it. Right, why don't they don't want Ben either? Right, they don't want him either. So why assassinate? Why take his life?
Talk to us about the security protocol when it
They looking at something over there, and I don't know what is that right there.
Event like this, you know, it's one thing to.
What is that right there? I don't know.
Log them down, but you can't control the sky. You can't control, you know, parts of these areas that are outside the perimeter. How does the Secret Service account for that?
They probably right. Look at that. Look at that. Look at that. I'm trying to figure out. Look, he caught it.
What sort of access did he
Look
have?
at that.
As you said, the security in these kinds of events, whether they're indoors or outdoors.
I'm trying to see why they standing up. They like really trying to see. They really trying to see.
So it will be interesting to see what the distance is.
So they had to get him from far. That's what they had to do.
Something nefarious occurred that they may yet have.
Right, that's what they kept saying. You can control the sky.
The Secret Service agents train constantly for this kind of an event at the.
Don't forget the like button, guys. How you doing, Austin?
And obviously,
As Donald Trump be talking a lot of trash talk to most people who hate that. Yup, a sniper. It had to be. Look at all that trash on that ground. Look at all that trash on that ground. That's nasty.
Part of that is the equation as well, to be able to not only.
Look how they still calm. I'd have been out of there. I don't care. Oh, I feel bad for the person in the wheelchair. I'd have been out of there.
Stayed there a little longer than you would normally think. Instead of just grabbing him and rushing off stage, they wanted.
I want to know, is this going to scare him a little bit? Like, how are they going to protect this man? How do we know this is not going to happen again?
I want you to hold on the line for just 1 second because we are getting word that President Biden has issued a statement. I want to go to Ed O'Keefe.
What do Biden got to say? Is he going to make fun of this situation?
Go ahead.
Adriana, the president has issued a written statement saying, I have been briefed on the shooting at Donald Trump's rally in Pennsylvania. I'm grateful to hear that he's safe and doing well. I'm praying for him and his family and for all those who were at the rally.
Sorry, I'm moving too much.
Jill and I are grateful to the Secret Service for getting him to safety. There's no place for this kind of violence in America. We must unite.
I don't think he's scared. He better not be daggone scared.
A statement in person or on camera later tonight. It is unclear where exactly. But
hey, food stamps, how you doing? Don't think he was hit though. Nah, he wasn't hit. He got hit by the ricochet.
So he may be going to a facility there in Rehoboth Beach that can be used for unexpected, unforeseen events like this when he might have to make some kind of a statement. It's unclear, but we'll wait and hear. We should also point out there have been statements tonight.
Don't forget that thumbs up, guys. And I got an update for y'all about the Tyson fight. Y'all are gonna go. Y'all, it's gonna blow your mind, guys. I got some. I tried to do an update for y'all on my computer, but my computer was acting weird. So my son is in there fixing it today. I got to do an update on y'all with the Mike Tyson fight.
He would speak to this tonight, and this attack on his bitter political rival remains to be seen, but it's going to be arguably one of the most challenging statements any sitting president's ever had to make at a time of this, just ongoing sort of cleaving of the country and the nastiness of its politics. Adriana.
a nasty time in politics and a horrific.
Why was he waving his hands down there?
Former President Trump
Thank you,
is
baby.
safe. We're being told by his campaign as well as the Secret Service. The Secret Service, of course, their security.
Look at them up there. Look at them up there. They are like seriously trying to see. They recorded something. They are actually trying to see what is going on. I want to know how far, like in the sky, was he in a helicopter?
When something's labeled officially as a sniper incident, what does that mean?
Oh, see, you was right. Linsky was a sniper.
Well, if that does turn out to be the case, then obviously
He said, Eyez, he's not scared because he was holding his hand up like it's gonna be all right. Right, that would have scared the crap out of me. I'm sorry, that'd have made my life flash before my eyes. I'm trying to watch this crowd.
My face
The normal
dry.
security plans going
Don't put but don't put no lotion on your face. It's so much. It's too hot to be putting all that on your face.
Person somehow made their way
Sorrel already had the turn.
to
They go on
do
the
this,
piston
that
that
will be a
Gerard gave to
point within
her.
this
So
investigation,
then it's gonna be
you know,
my
to try to
turn,
determine
and then
what happened and why it happened, quite frankly.
And ET, how large
and then
are
Gerard's
perimeters for
turn.
these
Then
types of
Gerard's
events?
turn.
I mean,
She already
for
got
someone
turn.
to have been able to breach the perimeter, have been posted
Yep,
at the
a work
time.
of a sniper. Well, he don't know how to shoot good. I mean, he don't know how to aim good because it got nowhere. It's something they keep recording. That's either the... What is that on the ground? That's what I want to know. What are they looking at over there?
Between, you know, sort of the outskirts of the perimeter and a farther distance, and we're talking about, you know, natural...
What is that?
Then that is going to play a role in how big the perimeter becomes. It sounds like...
They looking over there, too.
And this person was, in fact, neutralized. There was a counter sniper team there.
They had to plan that, baby. Right. Right, yup. No, they did. They said matter of fact, they knew before it happened. Hit that like button, guys. They knew. They said they knew before it was gonna happen. They already knew ahead of time. But I guess they ain't know when.
Correctly, and again, if they killed this suspect, then that's part of why they're there.
It is now.
It cannot be that serious where you think a life doesn't matter. We haven't had assassination, if I'm saying that right, that might not be a word, since the early 80s or the late 80s. They are really bringing it back. This campaign is really serious.
The former president was swept away by Secret Service.
Because remember also that guy that put himself on fire.
Even after he ducked down, you heard those shots continue.
Oh, it was more shots. Okay, they was trying to get him.
Has been neutralized, has been killed, and our local affiliate reports that another person, an attendee of this rally, has also been killed. We have reporters who were there on the ground, who've spoken to eyewitnesses, who describe, of course, a chaotic...
I want to give a shout out to CBS News. Thank you for educational purpose. Do not look at that. Look at that.
We're going to slow this video down so you can see it in detail. The former president addressing crowds raises his right hand toward his ear and drops down toward the ground. It looks like he ducks down toward the ground. You see a motorcade leaving the area.
Look at that. Look, they didn't even know.
Butler County, Pennsylvania, where, you know, there are folks behind him. There are folks in front of him. There's security and Secret Service that jump in hardly a second after this happened. I mean, they just appeared out of nowhere.
Look at that.
Scott McFarland was there and saw all of this unfold. Scott, we're going to bring you in.
Look at them people right there, really trying to see something.
What you thought and what happened in this scene.
Crazy bent, right. Right. Yup, his supporters is bugging out. They really don't want that man to be a president. That's if he didn't set that up. This world crazy. You just don't know what they be doing behind closed doors.
I was up on a press rafter facing the former president from above. And those of us on the rafters jumped below to get beneath them. All kinds of equipment and tables falling on top of us to shield ourselves. And we can look out and see other members of the crowd, of which there were thousands here.
Look at that one. The one in the blue shirt, he's looking.
Face planting into the ground, into grass, up against the bike rack barriers that surrounded all the chairs here.
So he got hit by a ricochet. I don't know how you call that. Crazy Biden supporter. Yup. Don't forget them like button, guys. Thank y'all for coming in and supporting the system.
90 seconds after. Soon after that, we saw
this is crazy.
Do we need glasses?
Helicopters that almost immediately lifted back up. Behind me are cars that
Yep. Yes, I did. Yes, I do. Yes, I do, OG.
stopped the departures from the scene. This is an active investigation. No doubt an active criminal investigation, and the crowd.
Look at that guy in that suit right there.
Is here now.
He not. Look at this. Look at her.
In the car, the air conditioning running, with the exits either closed off or slowed down. It's like this fairgrounds, kind of in the middle of nowhere, in Butler County, Pennsylvania. It's a populous county, but it's in a remote site, the kind of site where you can have all the open space you need for hundreds, if not thousands, of rally goers. It's only a one-lane road in certain stretches that gets you in or out of this area. It's going to be a very slow departure for those who are here. But we're only a couple hundred.
Now they telling me my string gonna be blocked.
Manufacturing businesses, there are some car dealerships on what is.
I do not own no rights to this video. This is from CBS News, special report, educational purpose. Add your channel to their own list. I don't know what that's about.
A very rural part of the state, a one-lane road, as you said.
Come on, YouTube. Our president almost just got assassinated. I think I should be able to record this and report it and show it to this national world, to who don't know or see it. It should not be an issue. That could have blinded him if he was turned a little more. Right, Linsky. Yup, that's what I said. I said if he was turned more to the crowd, he would have definitely put them thumbs up, guys. Hit them thumbs up. 8 in the room, hit them thumbs up. If he was turned a little bit more to the right, that would have went to his face. I think I'm allowed to record this and put this on YouTube to inform people that our president of the United States of America, our former president, almost got assassinated. I want to give a shout out to CBS News. Thank you very much for reporting this.
Yes, I can.
I have every right to let this be seen.
What transpired and where you were.
Educational purpose. I do not own no rights to this.
Well, I was in the front row. President Trump was facing the audience, and I was to his right in the front row. And he had just announced me and invited me to come up on the stage. And I was trying to get up on the stage, and then he said, no, I'll call you up in a little bit. And about a minute or two later, there was a number of shots. The popping sounds, it was like 7 or 8 shots. And it wasn't clear exactly where they were coming from. It felt like they were coming to President Trump's left as he faced the audience. And, it was just mayhem. There was the Secret Service immediately knocked him down and jumped on top of him. And then he got...
I do not own no rights to this video. This is CBS News special report.
Of the group, or, I think...
Don't forget the thumbs up, guys.
He seemed like he was okay. I don't know if he was actually hit or not. There looked like...
I also have to give... Look at this. Look at this.
Sign that he was okay. And then to my back... there was some commotion, and I looked over my shoulder. Everybody was, the moment the shots happened, everybody got down on their knees or down on their, lay down. And unfortunately, someone to my rear in the bleachers had been hit. And the people around, it looked like him, it looked like a large man. People were trying to administer first aid, and there was blood everywhere, unfortunately. And eventually, within a few minutes, the police came and carried that person out, presumably to get the kind of emergency care they needed. But it was obviously a very frightening moment. It was clear that the president was under attack, and it was clear that people were being hurt, and it wasn't clear whether there was one shooter or two shooters or whether they were done. And so you can imagine it was a crowd of 15,000 people. It seemed about 15,000 is what the law enforcement people had told us. And so you can imagine what kind of panic there was with this kind of horrible thing happening.
Man, that man could have been blind. This is a human being. Like, I don't think why do people don't think life is precious. Forget that he's a president. Forget that he's Trump. That's a human being. Why do you think his life don't matter? I don't get it. Why do you think it matters less? And it's just snuff him out. Because his life don't matter.
If he was grazed, perhaps. I know you said you're not sure if he took a direct hit, but describe for me from how close you were what you could tell happened in terms of his potential injuries.
I really couldn't tell. I did see just a little bit of blood as they were going around him, and then, as I said, I saw the fist come out, but I couldn't tell.
Right, that his whole head would have been off.
Injuries, it all happened.
Right, Linsky. I think his whole head would have been off. We would have had another JFK Kennedy.
From where I was sitting, the shots were opposite from me, but I think there's also.
My son said, "Ma, they just now tried to assassinate Donald Trump." I'm in here playing Uno with my 7-year-old, looking at some Bible stories with him. And my son said, "Ma, on TikTok, they said Donald Trump almost got assassinated." I said, "You lying." I was like, "Nah, you lying." And he said, "No, Ma, it's all over TikTok."
Around the former president, shielding him with their bodies.
Hit them thumbs up, guys. Hit them up. Hit them up.
Former President Trump in front of you, and then a person behind you who was hit. So these bullets could have been coming from any direction, or did you have a sense of where they were coming from? I know that you said that you weren't sure if they were coming from one place.
I do not own no rights to this video. This is from CBS News. I believe I have every right to support this or show it because our president of the United States, our former president of the United States, almost got assassinated.
So I thought I heard shots coming from that direction, but others thought that they heard shots coming from other directions. And I'm a military person, so one of the things, it's always hard. It's not always easy to tell.
Look, they looking. Look at that.
So and it's they weren't huge sounds. They weren't booming sounds. They sounded like almost a small caliber weapon. In moments of chaos like this, you always have to be careful you don't jump to conclusions. But I think they felt like they came from the president's left from where I was sitting.
And David, these events are loud. So for these sounds to pierce through the crowd and all of the noise, everyone reacting quickly, getting down. I mean, we've all been through lockdown training.
I think they reacted quite slow. Because by the time he raised his ears, by the time they started jumping down.
That this person had been hit, and how severe were those injuries?
It was really.
I'm trying to look in the crowd.
So it wasn't clear where the bullet had struck him and how how severe the wound was. He looked to be unconscious, but even that's not entirely clear to me. But it was obviously a lot of blood, so I'm assuming he was pretty severely wounded, and
they wasn't prepared to me. Right, they wasn't, because look how long we haven't had a president assassinated. I wasn't even thinking they assassinate anymore.
I'm here with Bob Costa, who's been, as we're sitting here reporting to you, Bob is next to me on the phone, making phone calls quietly to all of his sources.
I don't even think they assassinate anymore.
Okay, we're being told President Biden is going to be addressing.
Hello, Auto-Tune. Out of tune. How you doing? I imagine there's 1,000 people there. It's like finding a needle. Right, Auto-Tune. You so right. Hit them thumbs up. You so right. I want to know what.
From those witnesses who were there about what exactly.
I own no right to this. I give a shout out to CBS News. Thank you for the special report.
Onto Trump. And then you see there's confusion about exactly what happened in terms of the injury for former President Trump. This is a major moment for President Biden. Not only the President of the United States becomes just...
How you doing, lady? I'm doing good. I'm working my butt off. Yes.
But it really is
body literally.
All right, give me a
but I
minute.
can't stress
Give me a
enough.
minute.
I am most productive in a cafe that I love.
What I was gonna
with
say,
good coffee, watching the hustle and bustle.
I'm doing
and
good,
then
working my butt off. That's all I've been doing. Wait, I gotta skip this. That's all I've been doing, working my butt off.
2024 presidential campaign. We are soon to hear from the President of the United States, who is at his weekend.
Thank you for coming. And hit the 3 dots at the top and subscribe if you're not subscribed to my channel. Here's Sleepy Joe. Sleepy drained out Joe.
I have tried to get a hold of Donald. He's with his doctors.
How you gonna try to get a hold of him? He just got shot at. You think you want to talk to somebody? And he don't want to talk to you because it's one of your crazy ass supporters.
There's no place in America for this kind of violence. It's sick. It's sick. It's one of the reasons.
And who recommended you? Tell him I said thank you so much.
We cannot.
Robot Joe, Rubber Mask Man.
I want to thank the Secret Service and all the agencies, including the state agencies, that have been engaged in making sure that the people who, and we have more detail to come relative to other people maybe injured in the audience. I don't have all that detail. We'll make that available to you. I may be able to come back a little later tonight, but we'll put out a statement if I'm not able to give it if it's not convenient for you all. But the bottom line is,
look at this man. Go back to sleep.
That he should have been able to be conducted peacefully without any problem. But the idea that there's political violence or violence in America like this is just unheard of. It's just not appropriate. And everybody must condemn it. Everybody. I'll keep you informed, and if I am able to speak to Donald, I'll let you know that as well. But so far, it appears he's doing well, number one. Number two, that there's thoroughly investigating what happened to anyone else in the audience. We have some reports, but not final reports. And every agency in the federal government, and I'm going back to my phone to speak with the federal agencies that are being put together again to give me an updated briefing. Has anything happened? They learned any more in the last couple hours. So thank you very much, and I hope I get to speak to them tonight, and I'll get back to you if I do, okay? I don't know enough.
Hit the thumbs up, guys.
I have an opinion, but I don't have any facts. So I want to make sure we have all the facts before I make any more comments. Thank you.
I want to know the assassin and who they are. If a man, woman, what creation was they.
Presumptively shot at a rally in Pennsylvania. Shots rang out at this rally. We are told the potential shooter is dead. Someone in the crowd is also dead. But what really stood out to me from this address was the president called former President Trump Donald. I'm trying to get a hold of Donald. I hope he's okay. All of the kind of political.
They trying to go off every word. Read it.
And now he's talking human to human. He said Donald is with doctors. I'm trying to get a hold of him. He, of course, condemned what happened, condemned political violence. He said, quote, "It's sick."
He also said he's trying to learn more information. We do know.
I wonder if they found what hit him. Right. They saying it was the ricochet of the bullet. That's what they saying.
Heard from Donald Trump Jr. as well, just in the last few minutes, sent by an aide. Don Jr. was not there. Donald Trump Jr. not there. But he said, quote, "I just spoke to my father on the phone, and he is in great spirits. He will never stop fighting to save America, no matter what the radical left throws at him." Okay, we don't know about the intention of this shooter or motivation in any way at this time. That's a quote from Donald Trump Jr., the former president's son. President Biden.
Look how he did that. Look. That's if he was turned a little bit to the crowd, Donald Trump would have been blind. He would have had no eye.
Major Garrett also on the line. Major, what do you take away from the president's remarks, and what are you hearing?
Oh, look at that. Oh, is that the man? They roughhousing him.
Everyone, I just got to Milwaukee. I got here about 5 minutes ago, right off the airplane, and was shocked to hear the news out of Butler, Pennsylvania.
Thank you for my like.
All the nation knows, and he's at the top of the pyramid of all the available information. I can tell you this from Milwaukee. I just got off the phone with Reince Priebus, former Republican National Committee chairman, former White House Chief of Staff to Donald Trump, and now currently the chairman of the Republican National Convention here in Milwaukee. He said three things. One, he's been on the phone with those close to former President Trump. The former President Trump is...
I was thinking maybe he banged his ear. That's why his ear was bleeding. But no, that was the ricochet of the bullet.
More energized, more raring to go. That is a word from Ryan Priebus about everything that is planned for the 4 days to commence tomorrow here in Milwaukee. I asked Ryan Priebus, do you expect the security situation here in Milwaukee to change as a result of the events in Butler, Pennsylvania? He said, not yet. He said, but I will probably get a briefing in the not too distant future. There are a lot of other priorities ahead of that right now, but he's expecting that something might change. I can tell you this, having just gotten here to downtown Milwaukee already, the standard lengthy multi-block security perimeter is being erected as I speak.
Sorrell, get the pain pills out of the cabinet.
For Republican or Democratic national conventions has been for many, many years. What we don't know is, starting tomorrow, will the plans that they had going into this event in any way be tightened as a result of the violence in Butler, Pennsylvania, and the
look at that, look at that, look at that
on former President Trump. Ryan Priebus did not have any insights into that, but what he does know and what he was able to convey to me,
they looking over like, yo, where did that come from?
Be here all 4 days in Milwaukee and wants the program to go as planned. That's what I know.
Both of them?
One.
We now have a doctor who was on the scene. And
Right. That's how, like, he jumped. Right. Yep.
What did you see, and who did you treat? What were the extent of the injuries?
Yes, hi. Thank you for having me on. I was in the stands about 30 feet away from an individual that received a head wound, a headshot. He was on the...
So he's talking about the pedestrian that got hit, the supporter that got hit, and they no longer hit. I am assuming the shot was taken from very far. Yeah, they said from the sky. Out of tone, they said it was from the sky somehow.
This individual cried out,
Yeah, out of tune, yep.
He's been shot. And so, being an emergency department physician, I just went into muscle memory and went down there to assist him.
And how did you assist him, doctor? And what did he look like? What were the extent of his wounds? It sounds like this was a male. What can you describe for us?
It's a male. He appeared to be mid-30s. I believe he was Hispanic. He's wearing a...
Hey, little Linda, how are you? He was on top of the roof? Okay, I'm thinking an airplane. Who was this they dragging out right there, though?
That were in the stand. He was not breathing. He did not have a pulse or at all. He appeared fairly gravely ill. With the help of 3 other people, I was able to get him back up on a bench. And
there he go. Oh.
Standard CPR. I also did chest compressions. There was a lot of blood that was spilt on the stands where he lay, as well as...
I'm good too, lady. Little, how are you, Linda? If you new, hit the 3 dots on the top, guys, and subscribe to my channel.
I continued to try to resuscitate him. 2 Pennsylvania State police officers approached and tapped me and said, "We got him." They're big guys. They lifted him off the bench like a rag doll.
Okay, no, I was saying that to everybody, little. How are you, though, in this weather? If that really is the case, then Trump...
Doctor, this is Margaret Brennan in Washington. I am sorry for all that you have gone through. Thank you for sharing your account. I wonder...
Your attitudes, you are so right.
Witnessed in terms of whether you saw what the injury was.
Open the door.
Was there impact from the bullet, or as we're seeing rumors of, was there shrapnel? Was there glass that sprayed that also caused injuries in the
There you go, shrapnel.
Yeah, no, this was a bullet wound that was in the profuse blood and excuse me for saying this, brain matter coming there. So it really was a bullet wound, an entry wound.
I put it right.
Looking at him, I did not examine him beyond performing CPR. I did not see an X-ray.
Listen, oh my gosh, I'm saying the same thing.
In the area who
That man had to been over here somewhere.
From the distance you were at, what the former president was injured by. We can see in images that there was blood, but we don't know if, for example, he had a close call, if this was shrapnel, if this was glass, or do you have any way of knowing?
I have no way of knowing the injuries to the president.
He didn't examine the daggone president. There's a wall right here. What is this right here? So he wasn't right here. So where was he at? He wasn't nowhere. That's tense right there.
Guns or weapons in the area where he was or around.
That's one guy. He might have got hit by shrapnel.
I didn't see any weapons, no guns, no knives, nothing.
There's there's the man that got hit, and he's no longer here.
The origin of the shot.
I couldn't tell.
And somebody looked like they crying right there. He looked like he got hit by shrapnel.
It was, I think.
And that right there is the person that's no longer there.
And sometimes it looked like an assassination. They'll shoot the individual in front of them so they then can shoot.
They trying to figure out now. They trying to say it's shrapnel or glass. They don't know. They trying to hit them thumbs up, guys. They trying to figure out now. I don't own no rights to this video. I'll give a shout out to CBS News. Thank you for the special report. I believe I have every right to spread this news that our former president Donald Trump almost got assassinated, and a supporter is no longer here. Now watch. Watch. Look at that. He jumped like, oh, something hit my ear.
When I turned around, the Secret Service were already on him.
Right. Look at what they looking at. Look at them people. They looking over there like, where did it come from? But I don't see nothing over there where they, like, hey, Albert, how are you? Like, where did they find him at? Was he running? Was he trying to run from where he was shooting at? You know, was he, like,
as an attendee, tell us about the level
how did they find the sniper?
It was quite tight.
How did they find the sniper? That's what I want to know. If he's shooting from a building, what building, and how did they see him?
In the line to go
how did they find the sniper that fast? And then they eradicated him.
Lights up metal detectors, and they had to warn me after I got in.
How are you? How's this weather treating you? It will take a few days until they know exactly. Right, little. They better tell me. See them people right there? They looking over there. What they better tell me is.
I observe what I consider to be.
Oh, there he go.
I think we just lost him.
What they need to tell me is 10 in the room, hit them thumbs up, God, support a sister. What they need to tell me is, where was this person at to get this sniper going on? How did they get the sniper that daggone fast?
Metal detectors and screening. And someone was able at a distance
what
to take
yes, Albert. Yes, like, who's doing it? Who's doing that anymore?
Son, Donald Trump Jr., he's been on the phone with his father. He was not at the event. He says, as we've been reporting, his father is doing fine. He's doing
They don't support him anymore. His family stopped going to his pancake trips, whatever you want to call it.
O'Keefe is standing by. I believe he's in Milwaukee. Ed, are you there? Can you hear me?
Look at that. Look at his ear. Look at that ear.
I can, Ed. We are.
He like, nah, we still gonna. There was a man who saw the sniper on the roof before he shot. The man was telling people that there was a gunman. Oh, he got blood in his ear. You better stop playing with me, little. You serious? You serious? They seen this man on top of the roof. Wow. And what did they do about it? Wow. Was it? Did it happen too fast?
Police agencies that get sent here to assist Milwaukee local police in dealing with things like traffic
Yup,
control,
that's all it's gonna do.
They were out and about, sort of.
He gonna put that Rocky music on.
In the hours since then,
He gonna put, ain't nobody gonna hold me down. Oh no, I got to keep on moving. He gonna put that theme song on.
Coincidentally, the so-called security.
Oh, I gotta find that interview.
Review of everything inside the
And guys, I gotta do an update with y'all on the Tyson fight and the Logan Paul and the Tyson fight. Y'all gonna laugh. Y'all gonna find it crazy. I'm gonna give y'all an update. I was trying to do it today, but my computer wound up acting up. So I couldn't do it today, but I will give y'all an update on the Logan Paul and Tyson fight.
Outdoor music and festival area on the shores of the lake here.
It had to happen too fast. It had to, little. It had to.
It is an outdoor event, like the campaign event in Pennsylvania. But otherwise, hotels here are beginning to fill up. Preparations are underway. One other piece of politics that's worth conveying, Margaret, while we're waiting to see what exactly Republicans decide to do with their convention, the Biden campaign let it be known months before the president spoke that the Biden campaign itself is moving tonight to stop all television and digital advertising across the country to acknowledge this moment, and is working to ensure that all outbound communication to voters.
Look at that. Look at that. He was talking. Boom. Right there. Look. Boom. He must have thought it was a bug, because he looked at his hand like, oh, what was that?
This month on that kind of advertising and other outreach.
Well, Ed, what you're saying, just to put it in context, this is already affecting the operations of a campaign 4 months.
Yep, the Tyson and Logan Paul fight, little. I was doing an update on that. Tyson supposed to be fighting the YouTuber Logan Paul.
Politics. It was very quickly that they got the president on air. Tell me what you thought about the language chosen by the president and the thinking in the White House and trying to tamp down.
Don't forget that thumbs up, guys. See, look at them looking. They looking like it came from over there.
His predecessor and bitter political rival. I had never heard him before refer to him in that way as Donald. To Adriana's earlier observation.
Look, they looking like, where did it come from? Where's he at?
What he was trying to do, sort of tamp down the politics of this and try to emphasize the humanity. Donald, after all, is a man.
I love Iron Mike. Oh, you got to stay tuned to me, little. I'm about to do an update on the Logan Paul fight and Tyson.
I'm trying to talk to Trump tonight myself. Is notable, and we'll see whether or not that
I own no right to this video. I'll give a shout out to CBS News Special Report. Thank you for allowing me to use this video. Educational purpose only.
After this, though, perhaps understandable, and we'll just have to monitor here in the coming hours how these two leaders and perhaps former presidents, Margaret, consider.
He look like he's about to beat that girl up to in her head, waving his hand.
The obvious rancor and violence that we've seen today and could potentially see over the next 3.5 months as the campaign continues.
Yeah, and Adriana, apologies if you've already.
So that means violence are gonna go up over. Is going to looking forward to. Okay, you will get an earful, little.
Earlier of the downed individual appeared to be wearing fatigues. You couldn't see the weapon, and we don't know that that's the shooter, but we believe that that video does reflect.
All right, something they looking at. Either that's the person right there on top of the roof laid out. I don't know. That might be the person right there. That look like a feet.
Was outside of that cordon area, as we've been discussing.
So they what's the name said? That's on top of the roof.
Shot and killed by
I wish I could see what that is, but I can't see. That look like a foot, a leg.
In other words, a skilled shooter to be able to take a shot like that at a distance with a rifle.
And to Ed's point,
I don't think a skilled shooter, because anybody that owns a metal armor can practice to press the trigger and get the aim right. So
who have been injured and impacted by this senseless shooting. She continues and says that we are grateful to the United States Secret Service, first responders, local authorities for their immediate action. Violence such as this has no place in our nation. We must condemn
It says
this
Donald
abhorrent
Trump,
act and do our
President Trump. Look, they already calling him a president. So that right there, you see how she talking about the words? Look what they wrote. President Trump thanks law enforcement first responders. He's going to be the president. They already speaking into resistance. And speaking it into existence. President Trump.
Again, from Nicole Skanga at CBS News, the suspect was on a shed. Again, that elevated platform outside the security perimeter. Usually, multiple sources tell CBS News the president or Republican nominee would have.
Yep, I guess that's it right there. Yep.
But it's unclear at this event what the extent was of the security around former President Trump.
And this on a day when, you know, the campaigns are in full swing. Just today, I just read that statement from the vice president. She had a campaign event in Pennsylvania, in Philadelphia, that was indoors. These events...
Hit them thumbs up, support a sister. Ex-presidents are called presidents. Okay.
Less ability to control all the elements. We don't know exactly what happened, but we do know that an alleged assailant has been neutralized. We believe him, if it is a man, to have been up on a roof.
CBS reporting at this point is that it is a male, and we're having communication issues.
Okay, it's a male.
This is a breaking news environment, so stay with us in this fluidity. But I want to make sure that
sharpshooter
control room in New York tells me that we have someone on the phone right now who was an eyewitness to events. I'd like to be able to speak to him. I'm told his name is Josh Drezling. Josh, are you there? And can you hear all of us?
You have to take so many things into account.
Wonderful, Josh.
Like distance.
Right.
You know what? You just educated on me. Educated me on it. Right. Because the wind, the distance, the bullet. Right. You're so right. Thanks for doing this stream. You are so welcome. Thank you for thanking me, for letting me know I'm doing something that's good.
I'm an amateur journalist.
You are so right.
For music and that kind of stuff. So this was more of a personal kind of adventure today. I was there and bared through the heat and went through the security with, there was several thousands of people there and it was very hot. And I made my way to basically the center of the crowd. I was a little bit off to the right of the podium, about 50 yards away, standing there.
So he was on the right.
Shoulder to shoulder with many, many other people. And then I heard one pop, and then a second pop, pop, pop. And then there was like four or five that followed that. And it sounded like it came off from my right, which would have been Trump's left, where the video that you were showing, there was two people that were injured. I kind of think that these two people were in the line of fire, and that was the shots ricocheting on the aluminum grandstand kind of seating there.
We heard some of our eyewitness reporters were saying that they could see blood on those metal boards.
So he's done. That one right there, that is the one that got accidentally hit, and he's passed away. He looked like he crying on the floor.
On the things, but I did see them, like paramedics and whether it was Secret Service or military or whatever, they carried two guys out of there. And actually, it's one of the videos you've been playing was a video that
he's done.
They were carrying him down the steps, and the one guy was able to exit on his own with some help from.
And this guy looked like he crying. He looked like he crying right there.
Being carried out, and he really didn't have any expression or anything. And they took them off to the side and laid him on the ground there, and were attending to them at that point. And actually, I'm seeing the video.
I think that's it right there.
That's your video that you shot.
Yeah, right there.
You filmed. Okay.
Correct.
And can you tell us if you saw the image that we have up right now of the person injured? Did you, with the American flag cowboy boots, were you able to see anything there? What happened and the extent of those injuries?
No, that gentleman there with the flag around him, they took him and laid him in the grass there, and they eventually loaded him into an ambulance. I don't know what type of condition he was in at that point. I don't have any further information as far as that.
Okay, Josh, thank you. Adriana or Bob, did you have any questions?
Again, I want to give a shout out to CBS News. Thank you for reporting this.
Donald Trump Jr., top House Republicans, top Senate Republicans. They are all trying to give the families some space tonight.
I'm about to end this live, guys. Thank y'all for showing up. They just, Secret Service, the former president is safe. They just tried to assassinate Donald Trump. Guys, it's on the news today. See y'all guys later. This is crazy. Forget that he's Donald Trump or trying to be the president. That is a life. His life does matter.
Trajectory of the firearm discharge, if they were bullets, if there was some other type of event that happened.
Okay, I had no idea this was going on. Thank you. Bye. You are bye. Thank you. You are so welcome. My son Auto-Tunes
physically
broke the news to me.
We're told tonight by those closest to him, doing fine. Everyone in his circle.
So I'm gonna let y'all go, guys. Have a great Saturday. I gotta go to work tomorrow. See y'all later. Deuces. This is Eyes of Art. Breaking news: Donald Trump almost got assassinated. Later, guys.
In American political history.